That's right. A very good evening to each and every one of you. Wherever you're joining us from this evening, we're happy you're here with us. Whether you're in Guyana, whether you are further field, you're in Region 11, where I am, good folks. We are happy that you're here with us. It's another night, another program. Share the jam live. Smash that emoji button for us, folks. Let's go down the road. Run and down. Good to have you guys here. Good to see Beatrice Selby already on the live and all the other folks who are joining us this evening. Pace and power. You're going to want to smash. You're going to want to share as well. Wherever you fantastic folks are joining us from this evening. Good to see each and every one of you. As we said, good folks. Good to see you guys on the live tonight. Good to see you guys on the live. Fires of the PPP. That's where we're starting from tonight, good folks. That is where we're coming from. So share that live for us. Smash that emoji button as well, folks. We got a lot of ground to cover this evening. Good to see each and every one of you here. We may have to shift where we're picking up the internet from this evening, but we know you guys are going to bear with us a second or two while we do that. Just a second or two. You're going to want to share the live, smash that emoji button, folks. You're going to want to partner with us as well as we send through the stream to some other places, and we're going to switch so that we get a bit better internet at our end this evening. You're going to want to hold for just a quick second, folks, as we switch up the internet. But good to have each and every one of you with us tonight. Wherever you guys are joining us from, we're going to hold for a couple of you as well. We know the internet might be a little choppy in some places. We want to rectify that, folks. We have to rectify that. We just got to rectify that. So, folks, uh, while we do that, we want to let you know. Also, we want to let you know that the Alistair Collins firm. Let's get our housekeeping out of the way. The Alistair Collins firm. That's what we want to recommend for you, folks. As the one for you. Give us a quick sec, folks. We'll be right back. Give us a quick sec. We will be right back. All right, folks, big apologies where that is concerned. Switching things up quickly at the back end. Switching things up. And I'm even a bit breathless. We're going to switch things up in a quick sec. All right, folks, we just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure that you guys can hear us much better. Apologies there. Just wanted to make sure that you guys can hear us much better. And again, we want to recommend the Alistair Collins from there on Lamha Street between Camp and Waterloo Street. If you need a good justice of the peace, a good commissioner of votes, two affidavits, folks. Again, we want to recommend this wonderful, lovely firm to you, folks. They got a wonderful team down there. We use them all of the time. We want to recommend them to you, folks. Highly, we want to recommend them to you. So go on down there, folks. You have the need of a justice of the peace, a commissioner of votes to affidavit. These guys are the experts. 649-6410, 685-6448. 649-6410, 685-6448. Yep, we're going to ring the bell one time for them as well. That being said, good folks, good to see all of you here, wherever you're rocking and coming in from tonight, guys. Really good to have all of you, as we say, on the live. We have to switch cables for a quick sec there. Share the live, smash that emoji button. Do let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear at your end. Hope we didn't disturb too much. We try to do it as quickly as possible. But lots to share with you, wonderful, beautiful folks tonight. We got a lot to share with you. So much things to say right now. So much things to say. You all know who said that? The one and only, the man himself. The man himself. Bob Marley said that, folks. Bob Marley. We got so much things to say this evening, folks. We hope we got the strength to get through all of them. But good to see you guys here nonetheless. Wherever you're joining us from, Sheena Hazel is here, Everett Small is here, Carol Jacobs Ward is here, Shawna Griffin is here. Good to see Roxy McKinnon here too. Cheryl Glenn is not to be left out. Neither is Patricia. I see Forrest Meduse is here. I see Harry, Uncle Harry from Texas. Uncle Harry from Texas. Good to see you on the live, Uncle Harry. Good to see you. Let me ring the bell one time for Uncle Harry. Come a long way. Ringing the bell for Uncle Harry there in Texas. Folks, share the live for us. Smash that emoji button, please, and thank you. And let's go down the road. We got a little way to cover tonight. But I'm happy that you guys are here. We're here. Charles Nelson is here. We see Leon Luke is here. Good to have Mavis Davis Wells here. Also, folks, a lot of ground to cover. Last evening I was off. I want y'all know where y'all went. I tell you, I'm on a little vacation. And I've been working as well, folks. I have been working. I just want y'all to know, I ain't like me, you know. I'm not like me around these parts. So my wife came to see me yesterday. Well, you're going to take one for the team. I was meaning to come back to do the evening program, but didn't want to risk it. So we decided the last minute we weren't going to have the program because we were going to come back very, very late. Folks, I shop for y'all. I want y'all to know that, you know. I shop with some roses in hand at the airport to receive my wife. Among other things, folks, I want y'all to know I shop, right? I come out sharp for y'all. Don't let it come wrong with funny. Don't let it. I said, I wasn't lying. I want y'all know that. I wasn't lying on the street corner, you know, taking one with them boys, right? Serious family business. The old lady was flying in, folks, and there I was, some lovely roses in hand, you know, some soft setting music at home, setting the tone, the pace, and so on. So that was what I was up to last evening, good folks. Y'all like know everything. So there it is. There it is, good folks. Who vex? We don't talk the things. Who vex? Those of you who are in Atlanta, Georgia, I want you to know we're still on, folks, on the 16th. And I want to meet you folks. Plan to be there. You know, a colleague called me. He said he's flying down to Guyana, but he's coming back in time to be there in Georgia. When I land. So I'm looking forward to meeting the folks who are in Georgia and those neighboring areas. Looking forward to meeting you guys on the 16th of September between 4 and 8 in the evenings. There is the address. We're going to be in Conyers on the 16th. And I'm looking forward to seeing you, wonderful, beautiful folks there in Conyers. Right? I'm bringing company. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm bringing company. Good to see you, folks. Folks, I want y'all to know family first, you know. Family first. Politics and so on going to come and go. But family will remain. Don't get tied up in this business, you know, good folks. Don't get tied up. Fires at the PPP. That's all we're seeing every single day. Fires, carnage on the roads and waterways, violence against our women and girls, the trifecta. You know, I was reading, they're telling us here in the US of A that COVID again is on the rise. So we're watching that too. Good folks, we are watching that too. But the opener this evening, fires in the PPP on the East Coast this morning at a spare parts dealer, rather. We saw fires of the PPP, and that's the opener this evening. Good folks, that's the opener this evening. Look at some what we saw on the East Coast this morning. Take a look and take a listen. Share the damn live. Smash that emoji button, folks. Let me go down the road. Take a look. Take a listen. The opener.
Let's go by this way. Oh shit. Man, whole fucking place. The man they watch cricket, boy. The man they watch cricket.
Just come home there.
You just home, eh?
Me now come home here.
No white bite up in Trinidad.
I've been here. Yeah, when I said that,
You got what? Baggy them place, no?
I was fucking my house and
Yeah, baggy them business. Baggy them house. What's going? My whole $1 million up in flame, boy.
talking about car parts, I got buy a lightsaber party. That's what you want, like. One thing for you, about 40 or 100 light bulbs. Yeah, we are. Like them man used to sell gun in there. I feel like white man used to sell gun here, motor.
Yeah. Let me know, baggy them, please. Where you go, boy? Hey, you fucking thing I go after. Where you go there?
Fires of the PPP, good folks. That was up in the East Coast this morning, and we're going to circle back to some of that later on in our program of the fight catch tonight. That case involving Trump and trying to divert the will of the people in the elections here in the US of A. And that we're going to talk about that later on too. And Guyanese brother in Bahamas didn't end so well for him. There was on vacationing in the Bahamas, a US-based Guyanese. We can talk about him too. Let me make sure I'm a little sent here. We can talk a bit about him too. Vacationing in the Bahamas quite recently. It didn't end well. Just let me let you know that. And then we saw another fire in the 592. A woman, of course, wasn't so lucky. Tonight is one of those nights, it's confusion powder. It's buckatory being chased with some confusion powder. Then what happened in Bartica? What happened with Bartica, folks? Folks, since August 2nd, 2020, confusion for the cross. That's why I want to tell you, it's a pack of crosses. It's a pack of crosses. But folks, we happen that you are here tonight with us. Wendell Hudson is here. Anthony Silva is here. Eva Mattis. Shondell Moses is here. All the usual suspects. Karen Rollins, Dolly Anderson, Rosetta Barton. Antonia is here. Elizabeth Naran is here as well. Sandra and Clive and Brenda. Good to have you. Dolly. The whole Narayan crew is here, folks, and we're happy, we're delighted. We can ring the bell one time for them because they're nice people. Who vex? We ring it again. Make you more vex. Who vex? But good to see you, folks. This is just somewhat we're touching on the fight card this evening. It's purgatory and confusion powder. But let me bring you in from around the world. Let us bring you in from around the world. Let me start in the right spot. they'll restart the right. But folks, they're telling us, you remember we talked the other day about these ghost guns being found there in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, another pair was found in Antigua. So clearly this is now going through the region. You buy your printer, you print your gun. These guys are toy guns, you know. These guns are working, but they're very difficult to detect, of course, because they're not made of metal. You know, very difficult to detect. And one of the things the folks in Antigua telling us this evening that they're assembling them in parts. They're not printing all the same, but the whole gun. So somebody might be printing the cartridge, somebody printing the body of the gun, somebody printing other components of it, which is making it so much more difficult for the authorities to detect what they're calling the ghost guns. You better get on top of it. Better get on top of it. You know, they say they stricter the government, the wiser the population. Who know? My back channel's voice. Who know? That's happening in Antigua. They found 2 of these ghost guns in Antigua, and we heard the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago complaining just last week about the same issues and how it becomes so much more difficult for the authorities to track and trace. They ain't come with no serial numbers. If you print in your gun, you're printing with serial numbers. Right? So this is a new dispensation, folks, of crime fighting. And I hope the authorities will be up to the task. Well, you all know we left out Robeson with that. You all know we left out pedestrian Robeson. We left out slow coach Robeson. Right? Robeson needs some turpentine. He in this bracket here. Folks, if it's up to Robeson, we don't lose. Let me concede. We don't lose the battle already. We have already lost. But this is what's happening, folks, in Antigua. We live upside down because we start in a region. But you can see, folks, this is not regional because this is the case I was telling about with Trump, with that case being heard. This is the first aspect of this case is being heard. The first 2 co-defendants here. Well, they were hoping for their sakes that this matter is heard separately. But the judge today down there in Georgia said, no way. Sidney Powell and Kenneth Cheeseborough have to have their case heard together, right? Have to have their cases. They were fighting tooth and nail for this judge down there, Judge Scott McCaffrey, to hear the case at Fulton County Superior Court, to hear these cases separately. He said, no way, Jose. So this is how it's going forward. The first of these indictments being heard, folks. The first being heard. Who don't know? Can't do the time, don't do the crime. Simple as that. That is what we always say. Folks, wherever you're joining us from this evening, share the live, smash that emoji button, folks, and partner with us as well. If you're now joining us, you wouldn't get the chance to see me at the airport with my flowers, folks. My roses, I saw. Naomi Drucker said, share when you're showing a photograph, let them know asylum life nice. I want y'all to know that. You just have to go outside every so often and take a little sunlight. You just have to go around the corner and buy little roses and so on. You see, I came hard last night. I come out real hard last night. I wasn't playing. I pulled all these stops. Right? I walk in the roads. The shop I say, give me everything. Bring everything. Go big or go home. Right? Go big or go home. You see when I touch down there at the airport, yeah, they roll out the red carpet. They say, you know what you're doing. Rock and come in. I says, from Guyana from. I know everything. We know the whole thing, folks. So there's where it was last night. For those of you who late to the program, y'all lucky circle back for y'all. Y'all lucky the folks is there and say, show them again. So asylum life, folks, real sweet on this time. So the judge said, no way, Jose. To the 2 in this Trump indictment is what, the 6, the 7, the 8, the 9, the 10 indictment by now. You can't do the time. Don't do the crime, folks. Moving on in some other things we're following around the region. And this is what I was telling you guys about. Share the live, smash that emoji. But this is a US-based guy. He was on a boat cruise with his family there in Nassau, Bahamas. They went to a private island, and some of them went for a swim. They noticed this young man in difficulty. Right? They noticed him in difficulty there, Akeem Charles. But it was too late. The family saying if they had applied CPR early enough, this young man would still be alive. That is the indictment there that's being laid at the feet of the Antiguan authority, the Bahamian authorities. They said it was even a life, what do you call it? What do you call it? A lifeguard, thanks very much. Folks in our studio here, a lifeguard on duty at the time. But they said they were slow in responding to this young man with CPR. And as a result of that, their inaction, this young man, Akeem Charles, lost his life. US-based Guyanese, gone down there with his family in the Bahamas, good folks on vacation, got into some difficulties while swimming. Didn't go nicely for them at all. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Akeem Charles' family. So young, gone too soon. They tell us he worked in the packaging department of Amazon in the US of A. Gone too soon. Our thoughts are with his friends and his family's co-workers, the community that I'm certain is going to miss him for a long time and who loved him. Yep, Akeem Charles. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his friends, family, and all those who loved him. Gone too soon. More good, Akeem. More good. That being said, folks, we're in the 592. But I can slow down now. Folks, as I was telling you all, while I was showing you all my picture with my roses as we started, since August 2nd, 2020, you see, August 2nd, 2020, it's like we cross. It's like we get new, right? We got get Jerry. We got get something is up, folks. I tell you, we want this a national day. We got to go to a week. And we got to get a month, right? You got something called strongman demons. You got to get a whole set of, you got to get people with strength to cast them out. Not Bishop Edgell. You see them things running here from the burial ground? You would think Bishop Edgell will stand up with the burial ground and tell the spirits that are running the contractors and delaying the work in the burial ground, bring it on. Right? Bring it on. But now he run too. He run to the work and serve back yet. You see? That's what the good book talks about false prophets, you know. The good book says, in the last day, Deborah, Naomi, in the last day, Van Classic, in the last day, Leonard Sampson, false prophets going to rise up. Right? But he can say to them on that great and terrible day judgment, depart from me, Bishop, I never knew you. Who is you? Depart from me. If Adam's so powerful, in touch with what's happening spiritually, how come this country, in this state that it in? How come? Get the spirit clean and picking up things. You see, how come? It's long now we talking about the carnage on our roads and waterways, violence against our women and girls, fines on the PPP. It's long now. It's down there picking up, you know. When you spirit clean like ours, Gil Alicock, Alson Cortez, Angela Jordan, when you spirit clean, I know Angela's spirit clean. You just pick up things. You just pick up things quick. Right? But then picks up that thing, this whole country falling apart. It's purgatory and confusion powder, Sancho Barton. You all know the trade talking. Leslie Hamilton. You know the true, the cross. Somebody cross them, catch them the hand, the foot, the head. Something wrong with these people. Not a day goes by. Not a day. You see, none of them are growing. All the money Ashley Singer, he ain't growing, he's stunted. He bad-minded. That's the problem. Bishop here fall off, it ain't growing back. He didn't see the coming. All his bread clean. He ain't seen that. It's pocket-touring confusion powder. In the 592. That's why I come away. You know. So me here could grow back a little bit. You see style here now? You see style here now? That's the kind of people we're dealing with since August 6th. We could trace it back. We were on a path. We were on a trajectory. When y'all come home, y'all look around and y'all say, something happening here. National pride being restored. Now, folks, my God, how the mighty have fallen and how the fallen are mighty. That's the contradiction we're living with, Alicia. That's the contradiction we're living with. Purgatory and confusion powder. You know, one of the low-level staff we have here, Ice Super Bright. Or Ice Super Bright. You know, that's the purgatory and the confusion powder. I'm happy you were here. I'm waiting for some of y'all settle down. Roxanne size problems. You see nothing yet. You ain't see nothing. I just warming up. Right? Sissy Forbes, these past 3 years, I just warming up. I about to carry this thing to the next level. All right? Paramdai Haricharan, catch yourself. Paramdai laugh. You know, big dirty laugh here, you know. I trying to bring this information to y'all. And y'all distracted. What are y'all laughing, sir? Isabella Butchers. Lester Williams. Get control of yourself, please. Right? I will vex if y'all chip some quick problem tonight. Catch yourself quick. Please and thank you. Catch yourself real quick. That being said, I tell y'all, send us that blood pressure, man, y'all. Right? Send us some of that nutritious money that you're saving. Send your grandma the TV. Do what you gotta do. Send us some money to keep this program going, folks. Desperate times, desperate measures. Right? Take one for the team. Please and thank you. But good to see so many of you on the live. Patricia Kissoon, Sasha Trim, Jacqueline Argyle, Josephine, Shabon, Dolly, Joylyn, Shonda, Lexi, Roxanne Garraway. Good to see each and every one of you folks. It's truly a privilege. Andrew, Leslie, Roxanne, to have all of you here. But you all know once we come into 592, oh my God, folks, I can slow down here. I ain't want to rush past it. What with prayer? What happening with prayer? Here are some other countries. People just take shame out of the eye and just resign. Well, say, if I don't ask me that, I can. What's happening with our schools? Folks, the folks there, let me make sure I get it right. The folks there at a place way up in the interior complaining, I think it's Anai, if I'm not mistaken. The folks at Anai, so they return to school. The school that paint over, the paint falling off. That's what the people say. But if that's no, I don't know what is. More than the paint falling off. Today they tell us one of the shells at the school fall down. Folks, I don't mean to make light of what went down there at Anai, but these people cross. I don't know how else to put it to you. These people are crosses. That's what I want to tell you all. Right? So that is what they're telling us. Went down there. I want to make sure I'm capturing the place right. Went down there at Anai, I'm almost certain. I know it's a hinterland location. I'm scouring my notes here because obviously we want to bring you folks valid and credible information. But I think that is where they say this went down. The paint off of the school 1 week later, right? Peeling off. That's the paint, you know. And then today, the whole shed just get tied and fall down. The whole shed, right? The shed said, you know, down, take one, fall down, right? Let me make sure I get it right. I think they said this is, this is the Anai Secondary School. Let me make sure I get it right. Yes, Anai Secondary School, right? The whole shed fall down. This is what happens, Debbie, CC Forbes, when you give friends, family, and favorites contracts. Friends, family, and favorites, even Clive Jackson. The paint peel off 6 days after. That's what the painting that with man. Right? 6 days after. And now the whole shed in front of the school fall down. Let's think what you call that. You might got a better phraseology for that. Edward Brooms, you might got a better word. Deborah, right? Oil Lola, that's a name, you know. Oil Lola, you know. Out front parts. What do you call that? What do you make of that? First week of school, the whole shed fall down. Is who built that? Like the chair built it themselves? Like just go there and show and throw wood and fling hammer and nail and say, y'all do whatever y'all want to. The whole shed came down. Thankfully, at the Anai Secondary School today, no one was hurt when this mishap happened. Folks, share the live, the man. I want Biden to see this nonsense here, right? I want Kamala Harris, the VP, see this. What's happening in our country? This is not a very good use of taxpayers' money. Did Priya go up there and sign off on this? Who signed off on this work being finished? You know? And shed falling in children's head. You know? My gracious host said, Priya must embellish herself. Priya must embellish herself. Now, that is not far-fetched. Because with this kind of substandard work, it's consistent with what we've been seeing out of Priya Manik-Chan. Very, very consistent, folks. Play the live for us. Smash the emoji button, folks. The good book says, when you think this is the end, it's not the end. It's for the beginning of sorrows. Because that was just Anna, you know. That was just Anna Secondary School. Shed falling down. What Priya doing? Somebody tag Priya, man. Priya like come on post and so on and comment. Because remember, she got plenty of work as Minister of Education. She got plenty of work. Right? She's coming in post and so on and comment. I want you to come tonight and comment what is happening in Anai. Tonight, Priya. You know, Priya send the link now, Duncan. Priya in the ring. And let me fight it out. What is happening at Anai Secondary School? And that's just one of them. That's just one of the schools. What I did ask you guys, If your kids are going to school and something is happening there, you think, let us know. So, the whole shed fall down. And they won't call it, good governance. Huh? They won't call this, they won't call it good governance. This is crossing business. Edith McGinnis, huh? Evelyn Nelson, CC, Bantu King, the cross, right? Cross. And that's to put things this way. We should go down there with the A's now. That's them boys, the cross. That's the folks we're dealing with. But our thoughts go to our children and the parents and I. My God. My God. We know y'all gonna make it right the next time. We know y'all gonna make it right the next time. Enter the Diamond Secondary School. And teachers here are complaining, students and parents at the Diamond Secondary School, or is it Diamond Primary School? It's one of them schools up the side, complaining. And here's some of what they said to us. So we come from LA, right? We're on the East Bank now. Here's some of what the folks at Diamond said, right? They said the school overcrowded, 200, listen to this, and 4 pupils in grade 1 level with 9 teachers, 40 to a class, right? The person who gave this information said, you can imagine a 20 by 20 classroom, 40 students, 1 teacher, it's problems. It's problems. And then getting it right, they spoke about overcrowding. They talk about, this is the new Diamond Grove Primary School, 1,129 students in this school. I'm asking the question whether this situation prevails at other schools in that catchment area there. Is this situation happening at Craig Primary, Grove Primary, Diamond Primary? Overcrowding in the school system. We had 3 years. They said we didn't know about education. In very Trumpian style, we can make education great again. But we still holding maths down, English down, science dipping, schools overcrowded. Where are we going with the sheds at school falling down? Folks, this is madness. As David Ruther, that epic, the epitome of a lyricist in the Caribbean says, there's not a vet in here. It's madness. This is madness here. So if you keep carrying, is this kind of overcrowding happening elsewhere? Is there no planning in the school system? Then that's why the children go in private schools. Because they want overcrowding classrooms, right? They're just collecting the salary, $4 or $5 million a month for minister's salary, collecting the salary on the false pretense. Full to capacity at the Diamond Grove Primary School there, full to capacity. Y'all think it's finished there? If you think it's finished there, no, that's the beginning of Starbucks, folks. West Rumbelt Primary School got some problems too. I saw one parent talking about ventilation issues there at the West Rumbelt Secondary School. They did say that the minister would have intervened and they got some kind of relief there at the West Rumbelt Primary School. But again, something is happening there, folks. We're being led, or we're like a ship adrift, without captain or sail, without rudder. We're just adrift. We're just adrift. What is happening, good folks? What is happening? West Rumbelt Secondary School in focus. Yep. West Rumbelt, anybody tap yet to concerns being raised at West Rumbelt Secondary School. Vestahari Rashkumar, Sprague Benz, Lexi Bristol, out front part, Barbara Waldron. What's happening with education? And that's just a snapshot, If you're enjoying what we say tonight in education, what we said last night and Monday night, look at where we're there. We're in a bad spot. Pay for it, we're in a bad spot. Yonat Elias, we're in a bad spot. The light one. And who vex? The truth hurts. We're not making this stuff up. You think we just want to come and be sensational? Huh? Well, we sensational without even effort. Right? We like that. But the truth is the truth, and the truth hurting them. So concern at West Rumbelt Secondary, folks. No easy day. 3 years in, and where we there? What we got to show for it? Absolutely nothing. That's why I want to tell you, the people cross. The people crossed all that I've shown you today. All that I've shown you there just today, folks. This is 72 hours. Yesterday, the 496. One day, all of that happening. And while that is happening, folks, brace yourself. Brace yourself. While all that is happening, I don't know. Maybe God don't like them. You know the CCJ don't like Shalimar Alihat. So God don't like them. So folks, all that happening today, who shared their life for us? I think we can close now. Some of y'all think we on jokes here, you know. Some of y'all think we just come here to laugh, the history and to help difficulties and so on. Valid, credible information. The same day all of this happening. If I close the show now, y'all would have had your money's worth. Oh yes, y'all don't pay for that now. If I close up now, you see, you get the worth of your fish and chips. You get the worth of your tennis roll, right? And your hot water flavored with cane, the extract of cane, such and so forth. You get the worth of it already. But if you think our problems were finished there, you know, it was the beginning of sorrows today, because in Bartica, a portion is selling fall down. Folks, it's one country, though. One country, a portion is selling fell down in Bartica. And because God lives in Guyana, thankfully, nobody was injured. Right? Nobody was reported. Nobody was reported injured. Right? The party is selling fell down. This is what happens again, folks, when you bring in friends, family, and favorites. Is what I'm telling you. This is what is at work here. That's why the shed at Anai fell down. The selling here, they're telling us, is undergoing repairs. Right? They want a proper contractor. So many contractors sales in this country. They can't get work. They're being blacklisted because they're perceived to be up new AFC. You saw the wicked? They don't mind if they're selling here disappear. You know, it's submerged. What's the river running there? Is the Escable River under there? You see, if it floats away, because you know they're famous for sellings and swaps and so on, floating away. They don't care. They will do 10,000 times if it means somebody who's qualified, you know, and look different to them, get it work. Right? So they will give it to the family over and over again. A portion of the selling fell down. It's one country, you know. Step up. If we had tried to script this program, we couldn't get it like that. We couldn't script it like that, folks. We couldn't script it like that. A portion of the selling fell down today in Bartica. But we're happy to report, as we said, no one was injured as a result of that. Folks, it's purgatory, it's confusion powder, you know. What next? You know, folks, what next? I fight to live under the same sky with them boys. Because you don't know. Sometimes things meant for people to lash you. You see? Sometimes things meant for them lash you because you somewhere close by. You see? I'm frightened. So I tell you, I coming home, just not put an asterisk at the top of the coming home. You see? Put an asterisk next to the coming home. I'm going to have a talk with TD Jakes. I'm bringing everybody. John Hagee, Rod Park, everybody. Right? All hands on deck to deal with these folks. And so while in Anai, the school shed was falling down. While in Bartica, folks, you had the selling falling down. Mainstay. A house just, well, as we in Bartica still, they found a decomposed body in a house. An apartment building, they tell us, in Bartica. Right? Oh, y'all think things were going to look up from there? Well, how dare you? How dare you? They tell us a body was found in an apartment building. Let me make sure I get it right. Here in Bartica, I want to make sure I get it right, because we say valid and credible information at this end. And so we're watching this. A body found in an apartment there in Bartica. Yep. Believe it or not, folks. Believe it or not. Signs of the times. Signs of the times. We're following this one, folks. We're following this one. So Bartica is selling body found there at mainstay, region 2. House just went up in flames. Right? Even when we heard the one of the occupants of that home talking about the situation, one Mr. Sherwin DeYoung, he said, you know what happened? Right? You know what happened? I can tell you what happened, but you mightn't believe me. Right? This BP happened. I would tell him what happened, but Sherwin wouldn't believe me. A neighbor said he saw some sparks by the meter, tried to alert the family very quickly. Thankfully, you know, a family of 5, I think, or 7, you know, made it out alive. I'm so thankful for that aspect. But a fire, folks, there at mainstay in region 2. Live 1,000 years. You wouldn't think one country, 20 by 22 by 4, would have all these problems in just one day, you know. One day. Pamela Jova, Leslin, Hamilton, Deborah Clark is one day, Corinne Day. Seafarer's Pride is just one day, Clive Jackson. Adele Semple, one day. Anthony Silva, Lakshman Aziz is just one day. I tell you what them boys is. I tell you what them boys is. That's it. We'll see one. I think we can close up the show anytime now. Or just after I tell you what. This is what we started for those of you who miss the opener. I know some just late for everything. Everything. Talking about fires. This is what we started with. This fire at this auto dealership, or this auto dealer, spare parts dealer on the East Coast. The name of the establishment, White Boy Auto Spares. White Boy Auto Spares. And for those of you who missed it, when we start, a little portion of what happened there on the East Coast early this morning.
What's going by business, boy? Oh shit. Man, whole fucking place. The man they watch cricket, boy. The man they watch cricket.
Just come home there.
You just home here?
Me now come home here.
No white boy up in Trinidad.
I've been here.
You got what? Baggy them place too.
What's fucking my house and
yeah, baggy them business. Baggy them house. What's going? Man, whole a million dollar up in flame, boy.
talking about car parts, I got buy a lightsaber parts. Now what do you want like? What you going to do about 40 or 100 light for now?
Because why not? Because why not, folks? As I said, that is White Boy Auto Spares up there on the East Coast. Went up in flames. Of thoughts and prayers of the owners. You know, we hope rather that they're able to recoup their losses and move on. Our thoughts and prayers are with them. White Boy Auto Spares and accessory up on the East Coast. Wish them the best. Wish them the best. Good folks. And it's another one, we're talking about fire. You know, we heard a woman was raped, you know, murdered and body burnt. What in this country of ours? What's happening in this country of ours? You know, from the report we have, it says that neighbors in Bartica, that they observed a man known as Rodwell burning wood and other materials in a yard in Bartica where a house was being built. But they pay no mind. Police said that they learned that 29-year-old Shannon Abdullah Mohammed of Bartica went to the back of her own property to see how the building of this house was coming. Right? And when family members couldn't reach her, they went to see what was detaining her there. That is what the report says. They went to see. They went down in the backyard where Shannon's home is currently being constructed and observed there's a fire in front of the house. And also saw this man they said have mental challenges named Rodwell walking away, heading to the backyard. And then he has not been seen since. They used buckets of water from a nearby pipe to audify and observe what appears to be a human skull among the debris. And again, the family, they say that the young woman was raped, murdered, and burnt in this way. Folks, this country is like the wild, wild west, you know. The wild, wild west. And we're creative, but our imagination couldn't put together this lineup. We love if we had better news to show you folks. You know, we love if we had better news and information to give you folks. But this is just a snapshot of the day that we had. Just a snapshot. And our thoughts and our prayers go out to this young woman, Shannon Abdullah Mohammed, her family, rather, and her friends, and her loss. Just like that, you know. Those investigations are still continuing, folks. And we're watching it. We're watching it to see what is the final outcome to this. We're watching it. It's the wild, wild west. As I said, our thoughts and prayers to Shannon Abdullah Mohammed's family. Nobody should have to go like that. Nobody. Nobody. Whole crossing country. A whole crossing country. I did tell you folks. I did tell you folks. The school has reopened and we saw the litany of woes that has entailed getting our kids back to school. Schools not up to par, not functioning, you know, poor infrastructure, poor construction work being done, little or no communication with parents as to what is going forward with this new school term, what's happening, you know. And that's why we were struck quite recently when we saw some school children operating a certain way. You know, them boys says, week one. I'm quite surprised. Parents, we got a lot of work to do with our kids. The ministry got a big role to play, but we got a role to play as well. We got a big role to play as well. Before we head to that, in that issue there with Shannon Abdullah Mohammed, this is a piece of footage that we got from neighbors in that area who saw this young man burning the materials in that area where the family found that skull and other remains reported to be that of Shannon Abdullah Mohammed. Take a look at some of that footage before we get to the closer. Yeah, and that figure, folks, that you saw there was purported to be that of this Rodwell character, who is now the subject, or one of the subjects at least, of that police investigation. If that went by too fast for you, take another look, folks, and take another listen. So neighbors and families who saw that, and family who saw that, suggest that that was Shannon's body being burnt there. Father, help us. Father, help us. The schoolboys now, fight for the kids, folks. Let me fight with children. You know, that's how we say it colloquially. Let me fight with children. Take a look. First day at school.
Good, good. Good. Right there. Fuck him out. Right there. Good. Yeah. What's the talking about? Yeah. I know. Good.
Folks, it's the big people with the commentary for me. It's the big people with the commentary. Now, if that's what we operate as the adults in the room, the adults on the road, you see? Head, BT, bust the mouth. If that is how we tell our kids, the problem is solved. We're done with, we're done with, let me just get back to British the keys. Let me get back to British the keys. We're done with, because like self-governance ain't working out for we. Priya, when it stated in school that the self-governance ain't working out for we parents, that child has the head of another student, you see, in that position, on the edge of that road, you know what's that there, right? In a split second, that can end very badly, And then everybody saying, bust him out, bust his head, disappear. And it's only Carlos and Jonathan, whoever the other fella name, in that there, BT, bust him out. Folks, if that is what we're telling the kids, they want a school. Like we waste summer. Huh? Like how pray them waste summer. Like all them contractors waste summer. Like we waste summer too. Folks, is what madness is this. Bust him out, Carlos. Fighting happens in every age in school. Nothing new under the sun. But to God, to see big people stand up and watching it and videoing. If they get the aptitude for school, let me take it about one time. Send them to learn a trade. Put them in a ring with 2 gloves on. Right? Maybe that's the next gold medalist for Guyana with boxing. I don't know. At the Olympics. Maybe that's the next 6 heads. Maybe that's 12 heads. I don't know. But don't we waste time in school? If we can send them to school and then as adults, we're inside. Bust him out, Carlos. Bust him out. Head. What's next? Gun, Carlos. Gun. Gun, Carlos. Gun. Don't cut where you can't fetch. Don't cut where you can't fetch. That means only them when first bell ring, Some means only the Andrew Griffith when the first bell ring. Right? Some means only when first bell ring. BHS. Janae Puma. Only when first bell ring. We's them out. Clyde Davis. Only when first bell ring. The Ministry of Education. Good folks. Got a long list of infractions to remedy to bring the start of this school term up to par to where it should be. They got a far way to go. Priya, pick up the pace. Pick up the pace a little bit with your friends, family, and favorites. Parents, you got a job too. You got a job too. And if this is day one, it can be a long term. If this is week one, it's going to be a very, very, very long term. Wanda Hudson, Marv Alexander, Stacey and Soul, a daily simple. That's going to do it for us at this and this evening. It's going to be a long term. This is week one. Folks, Jennifer Johnson, it's going to be a long term. We didn't have the first bell ring. That's the last bell, nonetheless. Thanks for that contribution. We see there Clive Davis. Donna George, it was good having you. Clive, thank you so much. We're going to go far away to keep our program on the road. It's going to go far away. Folks, don't go nowhere. Fortunately, unfortunately, we don't run on water. And we want to encourage you folks to keep on giving to our program that helps us to go day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, bringing you guys valid and credible information. Here's how you can help.
Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
Let's play!
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $in-the-ring592, Zelle and PayPal in-the-ring592 at gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments.
Candy Lynn Angel Jit, good night to you, and Fidel Albert, Elwood Brooms, and all the other folks who are joining us around the world this evening. It's been our pleasure, been our privilege being here with all of you guys. Rosetta Barton, Stacey and so, Yolanda Thomas, good to see you there as well. Veronica Rodney, we see you there, Veronica. We see Jamal Aziz, Joanne, good to see you. Claire Alexis, Charmley Richmond, we see you there as well. Folks, thank you so much for being here in the broadcast this evening. I think I'm going to stick around for a minute or two and get some other folks that shout up. But those of you heading off to work, heading off to other shows, heading home perhaps you're heading away just like we. If it's you, stick around for the rest of you. Have a great evening, pace and power. Maxine, good to see you there. I see Rena Cummins. Good to see you there as well, Rena. Good to see Clive Jackson and Tony Carl Hudson, Martha Harris. We see you, Martha. Charles Nelson, Alson Cortez. You go ahead and have a good evening. Have a fantastic night, Alson. Yolanda Hopkinson is here. Sylvia Allen. Charles. Good to see all of you on the live. Yonet, Junan, we see you there too. Sister Mercy. Pace and power to you, Sister Mercy. Tessalene Eastman is there. Naomi Drucker wants to know when I'm going home. Naomi, home is really hard is. Oh, I'm coming Brooklyn. And I'm going to look for you. Right? I'm coming home. Naomi, good to see you. Can they see young? Home is really hard is. Sandra Hanover, Auntie Sandra, good to see you. Naomi is asylum seeking. It's going to take a while. It's going to be a little while here. It's asylum seeking. Chel Pancham, we see you there as well. Carlin Jordan. Kuala Bingo. I didn't see a name in this life a little while. Behave yourself. Kuala Bingo. That being said, folks, that's going to do it for us, isn't that? Arson Cortez. Imagine, I died there. You see? And this one, hey, Naomi, that's all she care about, you know. When are you going home, Michelle? Where are you going home? Folks, the whole family coming. It's asylum we seeking. You see? Asylum. Who vex? I would hear, folks. Asylum seeker, take one. Asylum, take one. Vashti Magnot. See y'all by last night. Gotta run off, folks. Gotta attend to other things. Family matters. Get ahead of the other things. Millicent Ross, Chel Pancham, Clive Jackson. Folks, you all stay safe. You all see the foolishness happening. My brothers and sisters back home in Guyana, you all stay safe, but stay on the right side. Stay on the right side. Are you happy that that Naomi recognized certain things? The family coming one by one. You got pointed everything. Like, you little too smart. Stacey Paul, Pretty Queen. I see Karen Thorne is here. Oren Barker. Good to see Millicent, Jonathan, all the other folks. That's going to do it for us at this end for the third or fourth time. That's our time. Good folks. And I feel like ringing the bell one more time for each and every one of you. That's our program. Stay safe, guys. Stay safe. Nothing else to say.